right. Today again, we're welcome again to another wonderful moment with Sir NTH, your edutherapy scientific consultant. However, we're going to be discussing today about the AA genotypes, getting engaged, entangled together. Most times we do analyze it as this that most people in AA doesn't have anything to worry about. Yes, they do. They don't. To say for me, I don't think they have anything to worry about because of the space they have to accumulate and the things they have to gain. Regardless, AA is they are just a kind of free world people. They are fuse, fixable with anybody, fixable with any genotypes. They can fix with an AS, an SS, stuff like that. We all know this, okay, by compatibility. However, what we're going to be discussing here today is about a system or a factor that is being found in the blood settings, in the blood group of every AA individuals. Most people have what we call, we all have, everyone has a rhesus factor, RF. We all have rhesus factor. Rhesus factor is the positiveness and the negativeness of what? Of of your blood group. We have those that have A and those that have A plus and those that have A negative. So those negative and positives are called the factors. Okay, so when you have negative, that means you have what? Rhesus factor what? Negative. So when you have positive, that means you have rhesus factor what? Positive. You have rhesus factor what? Positive. So you have a positiveness present of what? Rhesus factor. Now I don't know, what I'm trying to discuss with you is very, very important, and you should take note of it. Now, for people that has AA, first of all, you have to check your. If you have AA, the lady have AA, the man has AA. You guys are very, very compatible. But if the man has A plus and the lady has A negative or B negative, anything negative, now something is this thing is, listen to what I'm about to say. Now there is a presence of what? RF inside of that very man to against that lady. Therefore, you guys are just going to give it to a single child, like one child. Those who have AA blood, A positive, A negatives for the man and the woman, A positive the man, A negative the woman, and then at the end of the day, both of you have a genotype of AA. I'm speaking to AA blood genotype individuals or people in relationship that has AA in particular. So pay attention. Now, rhesus factor is actually an additional factor that are found in your blood systems. They are just the electrons. Permit me to use the word electron, as you know, I just said I'm a scientist, so we have to put the word electron. They are just found, the present ions found in the molecules of your blood. Okay, in the molecular cell walls of your blood, result at the ribosomes part of your nucleic of that cell. Now, each of the blood has a particular cell systems that are really available to yield off their electrons or their charges. Okay, either put positively or negatively on the terms of A plus and A negative. What am I trying to say in general? In summary of the whole thing is that rhesus factor happens to reflect, if rhesus factor happen to reflect at the female, which is A plus, and the male has A minus, that is a problem. They should go and take in a drug, ribidone. I am not wrong with this very statistic. Ribidone is a drug. Let them get this drug, take it. Let the woman take this drug. Why is she taking the drugs? If she doesn't want to end up giving birth to a single child. Now, why is it so? Question is, why is it even so? Why should she give birth to a single child? The reason why she would give birth to a single child is that when the system was being when they mate together and produce a zygote which form the fetus, which is the child, that it was bettered with an additional factor which is called the RF. It's a plus to that very child, and therefore the body system will be like, what is this new factor that we don't know, because they are not familiar with that very factor in the bloodline. Hence, they will activate what we call the antibodies to do what? To fight against those very stuffs when they come again. So you have succeeded giving birth to Kelvin. How about Melvin? How about your next child? That's the question. So the next child, when the next child comes in, they will think that your next child, which the first one has already taken the rhesus factor away, because the child is now positively is now having that rhesus factor. The child you gave birth to, the Kelvin you gave birth to, is now having the rhesus factor. So that means the body is void of it. So when an antibody is created, it is created to fight the rhesus factor, which is already evacuated from the body system, from the cells of the body. Are you together? Now, these things have been evacuated from the cells of the body, and yet it is still fighting. The antibody has been created already to fight against those things. You see where the problem lies. And now, when it comes into this very wall, it keeps on fighting, and those sperms and the ovaries you are connecting together to form fruit or to form zygote. Zygote is no more effective because the antibodies are killing it, thinking it was the rhesus factor. Why? Because you did not take an antidote that was given or that was prescribed to you by the doctor. I'm telling you, go and take it. Go and take that drug. If you know you have tested yourself and discovered these things are found in you, there is a presence of rhesus factor. Rhesus factor is positive in your body. Go and take the drug. Those that have A negative, A positive, B positive, O positive, AB positive. Go and take this drug. Once you have positive in your blood group, there is a presence of positivity. That means you have a rhesus factor present and active in your body system. So go and do away. But if you have negative, you are safe. The man is A negative, the lady is A negative. Good to go. You guys are good to go. You are fine. Okay? And then you are A positive, there is still a problem. In fact, don't even think of marrying. Yeah, A positive. Yeah, just take the drugs. If take the drugs like recommended, you are still going to take that drug as simple as. But it becomes a problem when it is A positive. That means both of you have the rhesus factor. That means as the lady is taking, you are also taking as the man. Are we together? So now these are just the problems we are having. That is why Tolu will end up giving birth to just one child. And so, I am the only child, I am the only son and the only daughter of my family. My daddy does not have this. I don't have a brother, my daddy does not have any other child. I'm just the first child and the only child. First son and the only son. First daughter and the only daughter. That's because of that is the presence of rhesus factor, which was not well treated. So when you take those drugs, what will happen is that it will signal the antibody that indeed we are aware that something is actually this kind of stuff is present in the body. Please try to welcome it. So this is where we're going to stop for today. Have a wonderful time. I remain myself, Sir MTH, aka Edutherapist, Science Consultant. Please share the link. Give your responses or your questions on the comment section, and ensure that you follow, like, and share. Have a wonderful time.